Aloha. Kyden, as always, it's wonderful to see you, brother. You are an inspiration. So, we learned two things today. We learned on the piano that when we find any of these notes on here, we know that middle C is right here. Not right here, not right here, not right here. These are all C notes. C, 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 but the middle one is right here. It's in the middle. There are 88 keys on here, which means in the middle of this, 44, we've got the C. The reason why I had you play with your thumb here is because when you play thumb, pointer, you could go under. That leaves five more fingers, and it feels good. So C, E, G, we skip the second and fourth fingers because that's your D and your F, and we play the C, skip the D, have the E, skip the F, and hit the G. That's my C major triad. You also did G major, and know that you have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So all in all today, you learned how to play two major scales on the piano, and on the ukulele, it would be the same as, which we kind of went over. I just want to make sure that you see this for being a do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That C major scale, when you're playing in the key of C, you could use all those notes in those jamming. For all the scales, you could use those to jam out in, all right? So what I'd like you to see here is, when we play these scales together, we could see different chords on the piano and on this ukulele. They're also on the guitar. They're on every instrument. If it makes noise, you could figure out where a note is, how to put a note together to make a harmony, like this note. A C plus an E gives a harmony. A C plus an E plus a G makes a triad. It makes a chord. And then when we play them all together, we get a full chord. So, today's song, Jingle Bells. We're gonna do it in the key of C, which means we're gonna have no sharps, no flats, no black keys, okay? So we're gonna have C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C. I wanna do those again for you really quick. C major, D minor looks like an F major, but we put our third finger down below. E minor is our linear one, which is lots of fun for our fingers. It has the B note, the G note, and the E note. Our F major, you know that one, rock solid. G major, you know that one, rock solid. Our first finger is on the thickest string at the second fret for the D. Our A minor, we did a recap this week on what the A minor is. A major would have the C sharp in it. Hear the difference? Ha, ha. One has a major third, la 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 la. And one has a minor third. La 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 la. One's happy, 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 happy. One's sad, oh, so sad. So the difference between an A major is the third. That C sharp plus the A plus the E. Ace. Okay, so our C, D, E, F, G, A, B diminished, and C. Those are all 7 chords in the key of, you guessed it, C major. So here's where our lesson begins. Our chord of the day is D7. We make a D7 by taking our second finger and playing the chord, the string closest to your nose, the G string, the thickest string, and then the string right above that, the G, C, and E strings, with our second finger, making a quick little bar where we flatten it. But we're gonna leave this top one. Now here's the caveat of this whole thing, buddy. You can bar the whole thing. It's gonna give you a B minor 7, that's the name of the chord, but as soon as we put our finger, our third finger right there on that note, the C note on top of that, it turns this into a D7. Now granted, you can play this with the bar down, or you could just do bookends. First finger on the high G at the second fret to give us the A, second finger after we skip a fret, making bookends, and then our third finger down on that C. What this does, it just gives an open C, C to our high C. C. If we did not have this with the open note, we would just have the bar. So our D7 can be played both ways, barring the whole second fret and then putting our finger down on the A string, the string furthest away from us on the third fret to get, or we can omit that whole bar, keep that note, and just do these two bar ends and use our third finger, giving the open C. Just makes it a little thicker. Same chord. Same notes involved. That's the chord of the day, D7. In our song Jingle Bells, you're going to an A minor first and then a D7. I would suggest that you play the A minor with your second finger on the second fret rather than your first finger. One, when we do spider exercises, it naturally falls on the second fret. It should feel great. So keep going with your spidey exercises. Keep moving your fingers up the fretboard for those half-step diatonic chromatic movements. And when we're going through the song today, go slow. All right, you're gonna play with me. Here are the chords of the song. G major, C major, A minor, D7, and then back to G. When we go through the process of these notes, the next note we're going to be hitting is the minor sixth, A minor. The A minor is going to go to the fifth, a G major, then it's going to go to the D7, yeah? And then we're going to be playing a G again. All in all, the whole thing's going to move back and forth. The only note difference we're going to have is during the chorus, we're going to play a note called an A7. You can play an A major, but if you take the A major with the C sharp and the A, the open G string and the open A string, and just get rid of that A note, you get one finger on the fretboard on the thickest string at the first fret. That would be the C sharp note, and that makes an A dominant 7. Here's what the whole thing is going to sound like really fast, and then I'll play it at speed, okay? Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, over the fields we go, laughing on the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. The summer can run and sing a sleigh song tonight. Whoa, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Those chords slowed down without the do-do-do-do-do playing in 16 notes would have quarter notes just going downwards, okay? We're gonna start on the G major and go all the way through the progression. Try it with me now. 3, 4. Now I'm going to go through this nice and slow with us and say the name of the chords out. G, 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 C, G, 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 C, C, D, G, 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 C, A minor, D7, D7, G major, G major, G major, G major to C major, A minor to G major to D7, back to G, D7, G, 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 C, 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 G, 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 A7, A7, D7, D7, G, 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 C, 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 G, 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 D7, D7, back to G, dashing through the snow. You could also do a pop, a reggae pop, rest down, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, the fields we go, laughing on the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it was to hear and sing a sleigh sing tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. It's wonderful seeing you. I'll see you again next week. Aloha.